Hey y'all, hey, and welcome to another session of Meditations with Marigny. Today I am having my vehicle serviced, and this was the only quiet spot that I could find because on the inside there was music and things like that were playing. But I wanted to come out and just do a quick video. And before I do that, I would like to say, if you have enjoyed my content, I would love for you to click like. And if you would do that when you first come onto the video, it helps the algorithm. So if you would just click like just to help the algorithm move in YouTube, I would greatly appreciate it. If you find that the content that I give is helpful, I would love for you to share it with a friend and or on your page. And then I would be honored if you would subscribe. So the other day I did a video and I was talking about men and their pickers, how they pick. And, I intended for that video to be kind of funny. I intended for the title to be kind of funny. I got a little feedback and I think I rubbed a few guys the wrong way, but that was not the intent. So I think that in order to know a content builder, you have to listen to multiple of their videos in order to understand where their heart posture is and where they come from with something. So anyone that watches my videos, they'll know that I am pro-marriage, I am pro-family, and I am strongly interested in building healthier people so that we can have healthier relationships. And so I just put that prerequisite out there because this conversation is going to be a tough one as well. And sometimes what we have to really look at is what we've been called to do. I know for a fact that a portion of my life is to improve myself because I'm ordained to improve others. And when I say ordained, it is a part of my natural aspect to want to help to cultivate the grounds that I'm accessible to. And that doesn't matter whether that's me and my children, whether that's me and my husband, whether that's me and my mate, whether that's me and my sisters, whether that's me and my brother. I always want to make sure that I'm bringing out the best part of me, but also helping to cultivate and bring out the best part of them. And so whenever you look at my content, you have to know that if you are a follower of mine, my goal is that it's going to make you think. It's going to make you reflect. It's going to require that you look in the mirror and see what areas can I grow, because that is my purpose as well. So I'm just giving that disclaimer so people will know that it's not about condemning anyone or seeing whether or not someone is better than someone else. It's about us all becoming better so that we can be better for the kingdom. So with that being said, when we talk about relationships, I saw this video where there's a content builder that I watch. His name is Jeremy Holloway. I think it is. It's either Holloway or Hollowell. He's a young guy, and he does reviews of videos. He usually does a clip of the video, and then he comes back and he talks about it. And he had this one clip on his page where he had a young lady, and the young lady was saying, should she have to ask for assistance from a man that she's dating, or should the man automatically know to do that? And the questions that she was inquiring about were things like, if he sees that her nails need to be done, should he automatically do that? If he sees that her hair needs to be fixed, should he automatically do that? Now, y'all know I come on the videos and I look any kind of way. Today I look cleaned up because I had to come out and I needed to come get my car serviced. But sometimes when y'all see me, it's because it's early in the morning and I don't have on any makeup and I'm not what I think people would think would be presentable to other people. And so I'm saying that to say that you can't judge a book by its cover, because you don't know what's actually in the book. The book might not look good on the outside, but on the inside, it might be everything that you need. So I'm saying that from a perspective of, if we're talking about dating, I think in this day and time, first of all, we don't really look at dating as dating. Most people that I know, they're not really dating. They are what I consider sexing, or they're just with someone because they're looking to get to the next step. The average person is not dating with a condition of trying to look for courtship. The average person is not dating to really get to know someone. They're dating with the goal of getting to the next step. So what I'm seeing as a trend is that men are dating, quote unquote, women to get to the sex, and the women are dating the men, quote unquote, to get to the money. That's not dating. That's a transactional relationship. Dating and courting looks like How was your day? What is your favorite color? How do you like your chitlins cooked if you like chitlins? Do you like collard greens? Do you prefer cornbread over muffins? Like it is getting to know someone. What is your favorite movie? What restaurant do you like to go to? Do you prefer McDonald's over Burger King, or is Wendy's your go-to? Like those are dating options, courting. When back in the day when people courted, they were courting with the intentions of marriage. Now again, going back to my channel is for those of us who most people that are in my channel have probably already been married, have already had children. You are not in the beginning stages of your life. But I think that this video can be for both. It can be for the younger women and it can be for women that are mature. When it comes down to a man, and you guys remember, I try to be balanced because I am a mother of all boys. When it comes down to dating, if you are not dating someone exclusively, and when I say exclusively, what that means is you have known this person for a period of time, y'all have gone out a few times, you have talked to them, and then he says to you, key factor, he says to you that I want to see you exclusively. That means that at that point in time, he is saying to you that I am interested enough in you that I want to move in a direction that is going to be something deeper than us just getting to know one another. And I'm putting that disclaimer there because if it is a man who is simply seeing you and y'all are just going out, y'all kicking it every now and then, y'all check in with each other and y'all go somewhere, it is not his responsibility to get your nails done. It is not his responsibility to get your hair fixed. It is not his responsibility to assure that your vehicle is operating the way that it should be. It is not his responsibility to pay your bills. If your bills are not already being paid, then that can be a problem for you. That is not his problem. And that is not his responsibility to come through the door doing that for you. Now, and the reason I'm prerequisiting this because some of what the young lady said, I have an agreement with it. But I want to clarify the difference between dating and actually courting someone. The difference between dating is we both are our own individuals and we're not responsible for anybody else but ourselves. In this phase that I'm in right now, I am not seeing anyone exclusively. So I can date and go out with whoever I want to, just like he can date and go out with whoever he wants to. I don't ask any questions about that. I don't challenge it. I don't have no worry about it because guess what? He has not said to me that I like you enough that I want to pull you off the market over here. And to be honest with you, I'm not really even entertaining that at this very moment. I think I'm moving towards that, but I'm not even entertaining that. I haven't gotten to know anyone well enough that I feel comfortable enough in moving in that direction. Now, the portion that I want to get to is I was in a relationship at one point a few years ago where exclusively I was dating this person. He said to me, I didn't say it to him. He said to me, I don't want us to date no more. I want to see you exclusively. And I want us to start looking at possibly moving towards marriage, right? That's what he said. I didn't say it. He did. So in that process, we agreed that yes, okay, I liked him enough and I felt like, he had some qualities that I felt like would be good for me. And as we began to date exclusively, there were some things that did come up in our relationship. And some of those things had something to do with my vehicle. Now, did I have an expectation that he was going to take care of my vehicle? No, I did not. However, because he and I were seeing each other exclusively, that means that he knew details about my circumstance and my situation that other people did not. In addition, I want to give clarity to this. In that process, he would tell me or make promises about things that he was going to do, and then he would not follow through on them. It wasn't that I expected for him to do it. But as the man, quote unquote, in my life at that time, and not only were we were no longer dating, we were courting at that point. It had transitioned because there is a difference between the two. He would promise certain things and then he would not follow through. Well, I don't really have a problem with people not being able to accomplish what they say they're going to do. What I do have a problem with is if you have to watch how people live and what they do. Because though there were things that were lacking or going missing in my life, and I was the woman that he was seeing exclusively, and that he said that he loved and he cared about, I saw certain things that he did for other people that it didn't align with what he was saying to me as his lady. There is a big difference, ladies, between dating someone and them taking care of your needs as a transaction, and you dating someone and they taking care of you as a covering. That's good. There is a big difference between a man that's saying that I want to cover you. I want to now bring you into my fold and I am going to cover you as my lady, as my woman. And that takes time and or it takes the effort of a man making a decision. Most men already know shortly after they meet a woman whether she's someone that he wants to bring into his fold or not. The difference is sometimes you have to just give him time to get all the other riffraff out the way. And when you give him that time, you have your time to be working on you. Right now, I am simply working on me. I am not concerned with what is going on in the relationships of anybody else. I am working on me because somewhere in this world, God has my man working on himself. And in him working on himself, there may be some ties that he has to cut off. There may be some bloodlines that he might need to get away from. There might be some things that he needs to get out of his system. There might be some cleaning up of his phone that might need to happen. There might be some cleaning up of his social media. There may be some cleaning up of just day-to-day relationships that he may need to do. And so in that process, I don't have time to be sitting around worrying about what he's doing. I don't even know if I've met him yet. And if I haven't, then God is doing what he needs to do with him over there while I'm doing what I need to do with me over here. If we focus on the right things, I'm never focused on what a man can do for me. And in my video that I did a while back where I talked about I don't need a man, if you guys go back and you look at that video, it's not from a negative space. It is from a positive space. If it is a woman that is saying that she does not need you, but she wants you in her life, she's going to respond to you differently because her desire to be with you is not based on what you can do for her. It's based on your presence. It's based on your knowledge. It's based on your ability to answer a question if she asks you. It's based on your ability to be with her and just she's content with that. So I just kind of wanted to come back and talk about the fact that it is not a man's responsibility to handle transactions for you unless you want a transactional relationship. Now that's different. There are some people who that's all they want. You know, if he can get your hair fixed and get your nails done and get your pedicure and buy you some clothes, that is what some people may want. That's not what I believe that the average woman wants, but I believe that that is what is being driven right now. And if that component is being driven, it may look like all women are seeking that. And I'm going to be honest, what it's also doing, what I'm finding in the dating world is making men close their wallets because of fear. And if the word of God says that he has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and sound mind, then how can we walk in fear? I can't be fearful to love and to be vulnerable with someone because of what the world is doing. If I'm in this world but not of this world, then I have to make sure that I operate in that manner. And for today, I would just say that it is not a man's responsibility to get our hair and our nails done. I believe that a man that once he covers you, that he will then desire to do that. He will want to do those things out of his love for you, not out of his obligation of dating you. So to answer the young lady's question, she asked, are we supposed to ask for that? And that's one of the things that the young man told me. The guy who I was dating exclusively, he told me that I needed to ask. And I told him that I wasn't. Because if I'm having to ask you that and you know these components of my life and you're dating me exclusively, then that's not a component that I need. Because if the truth be told, If it is a man that he is dating you exclusively and he is in tune with you, you won't have to ask. You could ask from time to time. You might say, baby, I need this, but he's going to be in tune with you enough that he's going to recognize what things need to be done in your life, and he's going to want to do that. That's not going to be something that you're going to have to force or push or argue about. It's not going to be an argument. And that was my argument with him. I had to tell him, you just not the one. And he said, what do you mean? He said, I got so many things going on, this, that, and the other. Let me tell you about a man. He can have 15 million things going on in his life. But for the woman that he loves, he's going to be in tune with her enough. He's going to have her in his radar that he's going to be paying attention to what it is that's going on in her life. And that just told me that he wasn't in tune enough with me. And that was okay, because I just wasn't the one for him. And I needed for him to know that he wasn't the one for me. And I'm not mad. I didn't get upset. I just, in my maturity now, I just know that I want what God has for me. And I want the right thing. I want a healthy relationship. I want it to be positive. And I want to be able to be a beacon of light to those that are in the world that are looking for God to do it for them a second time, that are looking for God to do it for them a third time. And knowing that if they have put in the work, that God will then send the spouse that you desire. I believe that God is going to give me everything that I desire in my heart. And I can't believe anything differently. Now, am I sitting around waiting on that to happen? No, I'm not. I tell God what it is that I need, and now I'm going on and I'm fulfilling my purpose. And somewhere along this journey, God is going to have the man that I'm to be connected to. While I'm walking on my pathway, I'm going to get on his pathway as well. Because the other component is that if you watch my channel, you know that I believe in a strong traditional family setup. And in that setup, that means that he's going to already be doing what God has called him to do. I'm just going to be an additive to what it is that he has on the table. So, and when you look at life that way and you're content with God, like right now, I am content with where God has me at. Do I desire the relationship? Yes, I do. But that's not something that I'm thinking about every day and worrying about it. I may talk about it consistently because that's what's down on the inside of me. But that's not something that I'm concerned with as far as being worried about whether or not the man is going to get my nails done. I know he's going to do that. I'm not worried about it. He's going to do that with happiness and joy just because of what he's going to receive from me. And I think that that's what most women don't look at. You have to look at, what are you giving to him? And I'm not talking about sex. If y'all need to shut it down, he can get that from anywhere. I'm talking about connectivity. I'm talking about, yes, you can have chemistry with someone, but can you connect with them? Can you meet them in the places that is their darkest space and you still love them in that space? Can you connect with them? So that's my little 2 cents for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love for you to like it. I would love for you to click share, and I would love for you to subscribe. And if you don't do anything else, meet me on Thursday nights, 9 p.m. on Facebook and Instagram Live. Have a good day, y'all.